Hey guys, Chris Costa with Costa Ludus today. I'm at Ridgeline Suppressors. We're gonna look at a couple of their cans that they're probably most noted for. The first one is the arm can. This is a low back pressure can out on the market. They, I believe, introduced this about 2 years ago and was very successful in regards to this particular suppressor. Usually for me, one of the first things that I look at is signature reduction. I'm not concerned right away about noise quality. I'm more concerned about flash, because flash, if we're utilizing this, it's probably at night. So I want to make sure that that flash is more of a spark coming out of the can, worst case, vice a flame ball, giving my position away at night. Then the second thing that I'm looking at is from the shooter's perspective, which is one of the things that I think they've done a great job based on the engineering background and the diversity within the company. And that is, what does it sound like at the ear? To the shooter, we all know anybody standing on the right side of the gun is always balancing this noise that comes out of the gun and gases that come out. Plus we have what's going into the can as well. So that focus is from that right-hand side in front and also on the left-hand side, meaning their focus is all around. How is that sound quality being delivered to the shooter to try to make it as ear safe as possible if you got to get on the gun and pull it out. I'm a big proponent of being everything suppressed, especially on the long gun, primarily for law enforcement, civilians, if you were to have one of these guns for home defense. So that's that next piece, and that's the way they look at it based on the Army Research Labs. The next thing is that I like and look for in a suppressor is, am I increasing back pressure or am I decreasing back pressure? And that does a few things. One, functionality of the gun. How much soot, how much carb am I putting into the gun, into the magazine, which then starts to degrade the gun to where maybe I'm gonna have to clean it more often, right? Primarily, I'm looking at, and usually when you start getting into a low pressure can, especially this can's full auto rated, which means it's extremely durable. One of the things that I'm really looking at is, can I get on a trigger a little bit faster because I'm not dealing with this major thump that's created by a lot of cans that are out on the market that still, present a lot of back pressure. So that happy medium is really being achieved by Ridgeline, and the way they kind of come into this based on the fact that they've done a lot of work within the aerospace community. There's a lot of suppressor companies within the 2A community. You'll see that a lot of the really successful companies are doing everything in-house, and that means they have that quality control the whole time, vice outsourcing parts and stuff, which one usually starts to drive up the cost. They're out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and everything that they do is in-house, and it allows obviously that more, in my opinion, not that a company's not going to make a mistake, but you're on it a lot more. So when you're looking at the market, this is a really interesting time. And I think it's an interesting time because the tax stamp's gone and everybody's in this race. And I think that's awesome to the consumer, because within the group of, some of the names that we're all familiar with, they're all in a race to push each other and put out good products. So, it's, you got Ridgeline out there, you have a lot of other companies that are out there, and I think as they're pushing one another for a better sound quality, better flash mitigation, better back pressure on a gun, what that's doing is driving the consumer to be the one that benefits, because all the serious companies on a suppressor market, that's what their focus is on, and that's what Ridgeline focuses on too. So rising tides raise all boats. The consumer's the one that's gonna benefit from all these companies that are just continuing to make it better. Both the arm, this is primarily for semi-autos running 5.56. You could put it on a bolt gun if you wanted to. So 5.56 and 30 cal. The Hush is 22, 30 cal, and 5.56. One of the things that probably, when you start looking at a lot of things within the industry, is you start building stuff for yourself kind of personally, and they're a big family of hunters all the way down to the children. So they take hunting very serious. That's kind of what got them into this side of our arena, was the hunting side. So as an example, that Hush can is primarily for hunting, not that you couldn't use it for anything, in a tactical arena on, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, or any of the normal big boy guns. So it just kind of gives you a little bit of an overview. You can see that's their main focus, but definitely within the durability of the can, reliability, they're definitely out here hitting it in the market for sure.